Good morning. Let me just post this up. Good morning. It's Fresh Cash Friday. I hope you're excited for the today because I don't know why. I just love Fridays. Obviously, everybody loves Fridays, but I don't know. Just something about trading, and I used to love Fridays too. We all do, but I don't know. It's just Fresh Cash Friday. I like it, and I'm gonna try to nail this trade today. I'm not gonna overtrade like yesterday. So yeah, I did 5 trades. I do count my trades. You might be like, why does this guy count his trades? And well, I like to hold myself accountable to what it is that I do. And I think the trading is, in a way, like a business. I wouldn't think of it like a, you know, just something you do for fun, obviously, because then you can do stupid trades, stupid things, and you can do a lot of stupidity. So, all right, so I kind of forgot to do this at the beginning. I always like to thank God well because you have to thank the creator. If you don't think that there is one, I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not here to judge, criticize, but I am here to thank my own creator. So let him do the will. Let today be what he wills, kind of thing. So I'm just gonna follow my plan, follow what I gotta do, and I'm gonna try to just nail this trade at open because I do want to get out of here. I want to do something else. I got it's not like I'm not in a rush, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that in a way that I just want to do this and go kind of thing. Well, I know where I'm gonna get long or where I'm gonna get short, but before I do that, I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee. Couldn't find my other mug today. So yesterday was actually a pretty big red day. Big. So yeah, I mean, wow. I was surprised. I'm not even gonna lie. I was definitely surprised. The Bears might be coming back into the market a little bit. I think they got pissed off when I put on those pictures of them with like little Minnie Mouse and stuff, like mini stuff. They were like, "Oh yeah, here we go." Let me make sure this. So I mean, the game is pretty simple in my eyes. The thing is gonna be whether I have enough patience to actually let it play out, because obviously, as we all know, anything works in the market. Like you can see that bear flag I had there. I don't trade like that, but of course I do see that. Or another way for me to kind of look at it, this is the resistance level or a level that I was potentially interested in bidding. Right there, we got the pop above, so maybe I should already be short, looking for the continuation back on down. That's kind of how my setups work. We got a level of support resistance, we flush it, and then we get back into the range, and then at that point we are looking for the continuation of this move back on down. So it becomes a trap, but just to the upside. And it appears that there's a trap to the upside yet again. There was one down here, one up here. We'll see which one's the winner. But because of how strong the sellers have been, there's only one way that this actually ends, and that I can trust that, we're going to move on up a little bit. Because, for example, I said I was interested in buying here, right? Like, look how hard we just flushed it, right? This is not really a key level for me, but look how good we bounced from there, right? So this game becomes this game of ping pong now, which it becomes that because the Bears are alive. They are actually doing their job. They're making this thing go up and down. Like before, there was a maybe a couple months where the market was just rallying up. It would just continue to go up, down, up by the dip, and it was just over and over and over and over again. It was almost too easy to make money at that point. But now we're actually getting a more balanced market, I think, in my opinion. So there's only one way that I can feel good about longing this, and that is very simple. When the ball gets tossed back into the, essentially, if you will, the buyer's control. So what we need is basically exactly this. So I need to see this basically reclaim, and I want to take a long right here. I'm not going to get into the whole details and aspects of the whole thing as to why, but it's a very simple thing. Let's imagine you have a top of the table, right? So you have the top, and then you have a bottom. It's as simple as looking at it like this. You have the top, you have a bottom. Inside in the middle, obviously, it's going to do whatever it wants to do. I have no idea. Neither do you. And I think anybody who tells you that they know what's going to happen in here, they are lying to you. Like, you can see that bear flag worked. Now it doesn't work. Like, unless you're scalping this for like 2-3 points. I mean, make your money the way you want. I'm just saying. And over here, really much nothing for me to do. All I need to do is wait for essentially price to come on back up, reclaim some form of resistance so that we can move and start the push on higher. That's as simple as I can put it. It is without overcomplicating it, because it can get a little, I can explain it further and, you know, tell you more details as to why, but that's just what I do. And like I said, I do stream all my trades. I give you the short reason as to why I'm taking the trades, meaning I have a game plan. I don't come here and I'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, wait for this trend line to break, or I'm not trying to bash nobody. I used to trade like that. That's why I'm speaking like that from my own experience. I'm not here to bash anybody. I don't got time for that. I got a family, a wife, 3 kids, and they bust my chops enough, and I don't need more headaches from anybody. I'm just saying. So, what was I even saying? I forgot. I need this music. I need this coffee. I need more coffee in my system. Basically, it's simple. That is my plan. I come here with a plan. I didn't actually expect for us to sell this deep, to be honest with you. So I'm kind of looking at this for what it is. It's the numbers that did get us down to this level. Obviously, if we were to reclaim back up here at this 48.52 area, that would be extremely bullish. And I mean, by then, the hint of how we're going to get up there will already have played out. And what's that hint? The hint is basically reclaiming this level right here. Do I think we're going to do it? Potentially, I'm not sure. It all comes down to price. I don't want to guess. And that's exactly why I love trading technical analysis, because I don't need to guess, right? Imagine I get long here expecting for price to bounce from this trap or whatever, right? Well, the problem here is that we can still chop around inside this range, and it's a totally healthy thing for the market to do. As long as these lows down here hold, that doesn't mean I want a long here too, though. So, as simple as I can put it, it's just throw everything out. That's what works for me. Throw it all out. And all I'm going to do is just wait for price to reclaim the first level of resistance. It's as simple as that. I mean, there's no simpler way that I can phrase it. So, that's my game plan in less than 10 seconds. Wait for a resistance to reclaim. Period. I think my 3-year-old son would probably, you know, understand that. Bonus no. Yesterday's party was pretty nice, actually. It was nice. Look, I've lived in Canada for I don't know how many years, many years, and I never saw a goddamn this drone show that they had going on. It's a nice party. It was a nice party, I gotta say. I was genuinely surprised. A little bit disorganized on some things, but hey, it wouldn't be El Salvador if everything was perfectly organized, would it? I was just glad that I was there, and yeah. The lows of yesterday, that was 54.31. We are definitely leaving a gap to the upside, but you know what I think about gaps. Don't even look at them. Turn the cheek the other way, because we filled a gap that we had left from, I think, 2 days ago when we had this massive rally. And we left a 100-point gap. We filled it obviously yesterday. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, well, yeah, look at it right here. So this is regular trading hours. You can see we are back into the same range that we were in back in July 30th. And then we rallied overnight over 100 points. You can see that gap right here. In case you cannot, I will even put that there for you. So we filled this gap yesterday. The gaps will get filled whenever the market is ready to fill them. And yeah, so that she's filled. Obviously, reclaiming that 54.34 would be bullish, but that's still quite a bit of a way from there. We need to get long before that happens, before that move happens. And how am I going to guess, or how am I not guess? You know what I think? I don't want to guess, but how am I going to know that the market is giving me a hint that we are going to go back up to that level? And the first hint is going to be clearing this 54 level right here where we're at. I could get long here right now, but I just do not want to get long right under it, expecting the move, if that makes sense. I'd rather let the move kind of happen, let that reclaim happen, and then get long. Boom, boom. Very simple. My 3-year-old son would probably be like, yes, I understand. So I do think we might go up there to that 34, but the first hint is right here, clearing this level. If we don't, well, then I'm just missing out on a good short opportunity to the downside and potentially break that 79. I'm not shorting right here, right now, but because come on, how am I going to short this thing? Like, for me, no. I just had that bear flag break right there. Beautiful. We get back above the bear flag. The bear flags don't work. They work whenever they feel like on a day like yesterday. Of course, the bear flags are going to work. Come on, it was one of the biggest red days. Technically speaking, anything would work. You could have FOMO short and it would have worked. How's it going, buddy? Are you at work? It's Friday, so I'm sure you must be happy today. I'm happy. That is for sure. It's another day we get to live, my friend. Another day. And today I'm not going to be as greedy. But we're definitely still looking for a pretty big day, though. All right, look, I'm going to give this a stab long. I'm just going to have my stop right down here at the 95s. I'm going to see if we want to consolidate still a little bit deeper, right? Like I said, I do think we are still in for a little bit of more of a chop, potentially. We got to clear this level. That's the first hint towards getting up, right? But that's how the market usually hints that we're going to reverse any move. Yesterday, we couldn't reclaim any form of resistance. So today, if we can finally do it, I think we can get a push back up. Yes, I couldn't long here. I mean, we've been selling pretty hard, right? So it's very difficult for you to nail that bottom. And it's best not to do it. Honestly, it's best not to do it. It's let it build some structure and reclaim this level here. If it comes back on down, that is fine. Like I said, I'm just willing to give it a bit long here. Right here. So yes, I'm 2 points off higher, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if the theory is correct. The sells only get a relief pop when we reclaim any form of resistance. And I don't want to go back into the charts and stuff, you know what I mean? But I could give you further examples. So we're already in the green 100. It's not nowhere near what I'm looking for, so I just must sit patiently. And like I say, I always talk out my trades. I always stream my trades. I don't hide them. If I lose, I will. You see it. What am I going to do? No, I'm not going to lie about it, right? Like, all my entries are shown, but that's exactly why I want to give that disclaimer. Do not follow me into my trades. These are my own personal opinions in the market, right? I understand that there's risk to this, but if I could give you a pointer, right, where you might improve on your trading, that's great. And if you can give me any, well, then that's great too. But you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Speaking about the ugly, I kind of need a haircut today. I was sweating yesterday. It was hot here. We're up 262 on this already. I'm trying to add into this. I just want to see how the market is going to open up. We still got 15 minutes. I want to see this nice base being built. We can come back on down to, as long as we hold 99 for 5,400, I am I am not selling. I'm golden. I'm expecting a push back up. And if it happens, if we do get to that push back up, well, then you'll know that, I'm not just full of bluff. Like, we do get to get some relief pops on every sell. We don't just waterfall. The market doesn't just typically waterfall. We're up already $520 on this, 550, over 10 points on ES. And do I look like I am in any rush to sell? That's up to everybody, okay? But I'm already up 10 points on ES. I used to remember struggling to do the trend lines and everything to make 3 points. As soon as I would enter, the trade would be instantly against me. Instantly. I would be like, what the fudge? How does the market know that I'm in? You know what I mean? Like, how does the market understand that I'm in? Because every time I would get in, it would reverse on me instantly. I'm like, why? What am I doing wrong? And it's simple. I wasn't understanding the nature of the game. Like I said, most of my trades are 10, 15 points. I just got 10 points, but I'm feeling greedy today a little bit. It's Friday. So I'm going to be sticking with this long. In fact, like I said, I'm going to be adding into this long as long as we can hold those levels. See, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it used to frustrate me. It used to drive me to the wall, man. Like, I would be here entering long, boom, dump on me. I would be here entering short, like down here or something, boom, reverses. Like, what the hell? I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to put my real money on my Interactive Brokers account, like, against what I'm actually trying to trade. So I'm going to have a play account trading what I really want to trade, and then the opposite account where I want to make money to do the opposite of what I'm doing. And it would have probably worked. That would have been the greatest trading strategy at that point for me. Man, it's trading is definitely a journey that is self-realization of many things, many emotions, and a roller coaster to say the least. And you can see there, look where price ran up to, right below the 14. I got these lines drawn up here, not by coincidence, but rather by exactly where they need to be. I'm not here trying to say that I knew that it was going to get reacted there. No, I just like to have the lines there so that I know that we might have some potential action there, right? So even though we did get denied there, what's the game of ping pong tell me? As long as this 99 holds and this level holds, well, then we'll go back up here and then we'll break that level of resistance there. I hope that makes sense. I mean, I try to explain myself the easiest way I possibly can. The thing is, we never know how much this thing will pull back from any resistance. It might be 1 point, it might be 2, it might be 3. It really doesn't matter how much we pull back. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters that you always have to remember in the back of your head is, does that level of support hold on the dip? If that level of support breaks, that's no good. That means we're weak. The sellers are definitely much stronger. And there you go. We're up 625 on one contract. We hold with conviction over here. We trade with guts, with balls. We hold this thing for more than 10 points. You see, like when you understand the game, it's easier to hold, right? But like, man, I don't know how people like would trade like VWAP. I mean, I don't like trading none of that stuff. I just look at the pure price action and it's just much easier. Price is king. Think about it. EMAs, indicators, they're all pretty, but they're lagging on price. The price moves and then the EMA moves. Does that make sense? So why would you follow an indicator that is behind what you're actually trying to predict? You know what I mean? Correct, exactly. Like you're like, yes. To my point, just because we're selling also doesn't mean you gotta be buying. You know what I mean? You gotta let the market build some form of structure. And like the reason why I'm long here, you see that dump, you see that little trap to the downside, and then you can see this kind of like even higher high, higher high, higher high, right? And what I love to see is typically this, a bear flag break. So like that, I know that everybody's piling on short. and then it reverses back into it, and we reclaim the resistance. Beautiful. There's a lot to it, but I mean, in the end, the only thing that is really important is that you have your support resistance levels. Once we reclaim a level of resistance, we'll get a pop. That's a simple strategy as I can put it, right? And that's exactly what just happened. We reclaimed that level. We got a pop. I got greedy. I didn't take profit yet, so we'll see. But that's on me. Again, before, if I was new and I was up 10 points, $500, I would have ran away already. I would have been like, I am done with today. I am happy. Happy. I remember my first $300 day. It was amazing. I don't want to sell at 14. I think we're going to back this deeper level of resistance. That's why I'm not trying to sell there yet. If I had to give a target for this pop, if we can hold this level, obviously, it all comes down to this level here. If we sell there, I think we're going to go down there and break. And at that point, I'm going to take a step back. I'm probably not going to trade anymore because I don't want to be shorting on the lows, right? I'm just going to let the market do its thing. But if we can get the relief pop a little bit, I think that we can ultimately back test where we broke down from yesterday, which would be kind of this 48.52 level. That would put us in line with right under the gap fill. And that would be almost, actually a little bit higher than the lows of yesterday. The low of yesterday was this 33 level. No, that was the 30th. What am I talking about? Correct. The low, I was getting confused. The lows of yesterday are 46, 45 area. So my targets are just a little bit high. But you see, like, we can do this based on technical analysis. Like, you see this chart here on the bottom. This is the daily chart at the bottom. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, that's the daily chart. And the low of yesterday would be this level right here, 45 level. If we can potentially backtest that, I'm not saying we're going there. I'm just saying if that is the magnet to overall backtest, well, then we can still catch a really good move from the low here all the way back up there, right? The idea is simple. You got to have, obviously, a game plan, a target, you know, where you're going to buy. And then within there, you got to make your money, right? And if the market moves 100 points and I catch 20, that's great. That's amazing. So we're getting denied at 14. Can we break that level of 14? VWAP on the SPY is currently at 20, 50 for 20. So we're right below VWAP currently, which is another good thing I like. All right, is that 5,200 now going to hold? Come on, yes, let's hold it. Like I said, I'm not doing no repeat of yesterday. That's the level of support for me. We got to hold it, and that's it. I'm not doing nothing else. Nothing else. 2, 3, 4. We are long from the 5401. You can see that there. We've been long this whole time. Should I have taken profit? Am I getting greedy? I guess we're going to find out soon. I'm waiting for market to open. Dun, dun. Let me show you something. Again, this is my perspective. I'm not trying to predict the market at all. You see NQ there? How we're below VWAP there? You see that bear flag? You got the massive, you know, I guess pull, you can say. We're kind of pushing back up and we are building this. I'm not saying it's going to do it today because we're in a different market, I think, a little bit. We are definitely more bearish a little bit. Well, quite a bit. Typically, sometimes what I have noticed is when we're below VWAP and we got this particular setup, we might break down this bear flag, get back above it, and then the ripper comes in. I don't know. That is just an observation. That is not me, you know, trying to predict that that's going to happen. I'm just saying. When you sit here all day, you know what I mean? Like, you start to see things that might make sense, might not make sense. I used to sit here all day, not anymore, but you get what I'm trying to say. When you just sit here watching. Things change. Why more? Oh no. Oh no, no. No. Now you can change. I can change. I don't know if you saw or not. I did add another account into this trade, so now I'm long across 2 accounts. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm long across 2 accounts now. I added on the second account. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Beautiful. We gotta get some more follow through on this thing though. Come on, ES. Don't do me like this. Let's just get this ripper. Dun, 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 dun. We'll see. Let's see how the market opens on up. Don't be fooling ES. Dun, 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 dun. You know, I will say I do like how I own my losses. I like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like I sit here, I walk through what I do, simple trade, right? I added another account. I'm not hiding nothing. This is all being live streamed, so I do give myself some props for that. The same way when I win, I gotta, you know, I get a little bit excited, but when I lose, I take it too. You know what I mean? It's this game requires convictions on both sides. When you win like a winner. When you lose, you lose. But at least try to lose like a winner, right? Come on, let's get this ripper, yes. We're only up 225. Come on. We're trying to have a $2,000 day today. Come on, let's go. Push this thing. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Just do it for Papa. That 14 clears. This thing's bonering out of here. But if it clears, my goodness, I don't know. I'm just saying. Hasn't happened yet. Price is the king. If we don't want to, we don't want to, right? Market's about to open up in 15 seconds. Get ready. The volatility is about to come in. God damn it. I should have maybe waited a little bit. We're already going back down. I don't know. As long as these levels hold, there's really nothing for me to do. So all I got to do is sit tight. Sit tight. All right, market's open. What's gonna happen? We are dipping. Oh my goodness. Oh no. We're bouncing from the last bit of support right there. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Come on, ES. Don't do me like this. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Hold it. Oh my God, it's back. Oh my goodness. That little bit of support held right there. You saw it. You witnessed it. I was still alive. Oh man, this is amazing. Come on, ES. Let's get this pop. We reclaim the resistance. Don't be like this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Reverse, ES. Let's pump the market. It's weak. Oh my goodness. It's weak. Oh, yeah. Are you shitting me? Oh, man. Oh, the Bears came back again. Fudge, and I did add the other account. Oh, well. Well, back down it is. Don't be trying to long this thing now. I don't know. Wow, we couldn't even break 14. We are definitely bearish. Crap. Good, it's so good, it's so good. Well, I guess taking that 600 wasn't a bad idea, was it? And we're right back to the same level. Oh my goodness. This thing is trappy. I'm telling you, yeah, like... Gosh. So basically, it's take 10 points and walk away. Yeah, I feel love, I feel love. Deny right at that 14. Feel love. If you had scalped it. Yeah. Like, sometimes, yeah, scalping can play. I don't like to do it because, you know what I mean? I don't trade like that. What gets to me sometimes is not taking profit. Like, gosh, I was just up 600 there. That was over 10 points. I should just be trading heavier size, I think. One shot. Like that trade. 3 contracts, 5 contracts. Boom. Take them at first level of resistance. All right, back down we go. I don't want to long this anymore. Even if we come back down here, I don't know if it's a long. I don't think so. So, because I don't know, I'm gonna stay out of it. How long are your trades? Like, what are you looking for? Like 10 points, profit? What? Like, are you looking for a dollar sign? I get greedy looking for 15 points, I think, on a market like today or like yesterday, right? But like, can you get in your trades and like obviously I took the loss there, like, you know, I'm not hiding nothing. It's a what was it, a 4-point loss across 2 accounts, so 400. It's still well in line within my risk, right? You're gonna take, see, like that. I think it's a problem when it comes to like when you're scalping mainly because you're unsure of what, like, your strategy overall. That's, I think, why you might feel a little bit like that. Because I used to feel like that. That's why I'm saying. I'm not trying to criticize you. Whenever you see some dollar signs, you might be on a losing streak, or you might just be, you know, not overly confident in the trade that you're in. So you might want to take that. Like I was like that too, man. I was up $50. I would take it. I would be $30. I would take it, or whatever, even 100. I would, like I said, I would applaud myself, and I would be extremely happy when I was up 300. And right now I just had 600, and I got greedy. Like you saw that. Instead of taking $600 profit, I take the stop out. Like that is not good either. I'm not trying to say that tells me that I'm being too greedy or overly confident, right? That there's another problem, but I think for you, for this morning, I hold. Yeah, I think. Yeah, like over time it'll get better, right? As your entries and stuff, you feel better about them, you will be able to hold them with, you know, more conviction. It also comes down to your like, how do I say this? Like when I first started, I was doing many, like 10 trades a day, right? Sometimes even more. I would be there all day trading. I would have found a way to trade this. Like you have no idea, a lot of ways. But when I started to even like to do this, right? You see my trades tracker there? I got one so far. I've done one trade on the day across 2 accounts. So I've done, you could say 2 technically, but it's the same trade, the same idea. One. You got to hold yourself accountable to trades if you want to stop being a scalper. I don't know what your strategy exactly is 100%, but if you want to catch 3 moves, 5 moves, that is up to you. So you will need to make more trades to make 15 points, right? If you're only making 2 points per trade, you need a lot more trades, right? But for me, it's just a matter of making one trade, and one trade, that same idea. I don't like to change. But if this does change, I am going to probably take a short if this gets denied. But what I'm saying is you got to hold that idea, yourself accountable to certain things. And then like that, fudge. This account fucked up now. But what I'm saying is, you know, you got to hold yourself accountable to what you're doing, right? Like there, I took that long there. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like I had the profit there. I take the long again, and it doesn't work. So then it's like, I'm on the second trade now of the day. You know what I do after the second trade? You got to walk away. You cannot just sit here and trade. You have to walk away. And that's it. You got to hold yourself to accountability, basically. Accountable. And then like that, I think you'll stop over trading too. Let's see this express funded account. My goodness, we were testing this trade. We back tested down there. Same thing. And then I was just long, look at that. And then I get that stop out. The head and shoulders. Yeah, maybe. I don't really trade patterns like that. So, I mean, I see them, but I just don't trade them. It's kind of like, oh my God, look at that. I was just long this goddamn thing. This is the thing that bothers me about the market sometimes. Oh, man. I think, again, we're back to the same trade that I was talking earlier about. We reclaimed this area. We're getting that pop. We're breaking that 14, and we're bonering candling. We're going to have this push up higher. But I'm not in it now. The market is just a beautiful thing. When you're not in it, the moves will happen. There we go. You got to love it. And that's why I love this game. But this goes back to my point of being holding yourself accountable, right? I got 2 trades on the day. We got 600 in profit there. I didn't take it. I ended up taking the stop out. And then we decide to dip one final time before we break. I do think we're breaking here right now. It's it's too fucking obvious at this point. But I'm not in it, so maybe now I'm just getting emotion into it, right? Of course I am. But oh my god. So this is why I don't like to change my trading plan or my trade idea, because if I had gone short here, right? Let's say that this didn't work. If I gone short here, I mean, yeah, it would have probably worked, but I don't know. I don't like to change my mentality. I said as soon as I got on the stream, we reclaimed this level right here. We are going up. This choo-choo train went up. But there we go. We're at 14. God damn it. Well, fudge. Tell me this is not the trade that we were looking for. Oh my goodness. This thing breaks this thing. 14. We're bonering out of here. There she goes. Oh my goodness. That was the trade right there. All that. The market, when it dips, it dips. Why did it need to do this final dip? Like, come on. Come on. We would have been taking profit right here already. Unbelievable. And I enter long here again. Oh my goodness. So you can still technically be a winner by being right, but you can still be a loser. Sorry, yes, you can be a loser by being right still. And that's why I love the market, because it is one giant you know, effery. I don't want to use the term, but oh my goodness, this is exactly what I was looking for with this trade at open. I'm not trading at pre-open anymore. All I had to do was wait for that opening candle. It would have dumped. Reclaim, boom, long right here. Well, here comes the 28 now if that 14 holds. Two, three. Well, it is what it is. And look where we're getting stuck up again. 14. It's not coincidence at all. I went long here. It's too late. The long entry was right here as discussed at 9 o'clock. And I was already long that. Oh my God. ES. What's going on, ES? Why are you not treating Papa right? Come on. Yesterday and today, you're just playing rough with me. I was in like a 2-week winning streak. I got a red day, I think, sometime during the week. And then yesterday and today. My goodness. Yesterday was because I was just playing being dumb. But this over here, long, the pullback. 14 is working again. We're in a tight range now. 14 and this level right here. I still think we're gonna break to the upside as long as this holds. Right here. Talk about being right and still losing. I'm not gonna trade no more. I already did 2 trades. I think we're gonna go up. I'm not gonna FOMO long into this. I'd rather not make any money than to basically FOMO long and then make money. You might be like, why? Why not make money? If you're so sure that this is gonna break, right? Why don't I just long? Well, honestly, I'd rather lose with my plan than to win just because. You know what I mean? Like it will create a bad habit in your trading. Took the trades. I think the direction of the market today is at least for the time being up. But that's life. You gotta hold yourself accountable to your trading plan and your trades. Against me. But if I was gonna do a gamble, well, I wouldn't want to do it here to begin with. I would just go to the casino. Yesterday, I don't think yesterday was a good day for me overall. I was betting 20 bucks with this guy. I don't know how these Spanish people they come up with these clever games that you won't even understand how they do it. And yeah, I lost 20 bucks. Somebody they make $10 here a day. $20 per day. So that man made his daily salary in 5 minutes from me. Oh my gosh. It was too funny. Clever guy. They had like these little papers, and for me to like, I don't know. It was a mind trip. And we're back on down. I can change. Do I give this a go? I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm just. I already did 2 trades, and I don't like to trade more than that. If this thing was gonna go, we should have gone already. Let me clean this up. Looks like a mess here. So maybe we're potentially inside this 2-box range right there. And you can see why I trade support and resistance. Like, even on a smaller scale like this, I did think we were going to break through it after this trap to the downside, reclaim the first level of resistance. But look at where we get denied at here. Right here. 1, 2 times. So if you were going to short, I guess, in hindsight, obviously, it's much easier. This is the top, so you would want to get short there. And this is the bottom. And that's why I like to trade support resistance. And then the pigs go get slaughtered in the middle. I'm a Chinese zodiac. My pig sign is a Chinese zodiac. I don't like to be one in the market. But today I was one, I guess. I still think we're going to go up there. But, I mean. Oh, my goodness. So yesterday, today, we're still up on the week, but I wouldn't want to be breaking even on the week. Yesterday, today, my goodness. But at least you gotta keep your losses small, right? So you can't let one red day or 2, change your strategy or change your P&L on the week. I don't know. Look, I'm gonna give this stab one last go. I should have been in a little bit earlier, but let's see if now we can finally crack that. This will be my last trade for the day. 100% my last trade. No more BS. We're just ponging inside of this range as I keep on repeating myself. It's just back and down, up and down. So I do hope that now that we put in that higher high, we can finally break this. Whoops, sorry. You can see that there. I thought we were gonna potentially break down here because, like I said before, if we come on down again, we break. We're probably gonna break, but we didn't. We put in that higher high. So seems like it's still in line with the same plan I had since the market opened. So I'm not changing my plan, right? It's just, it sucks that I'm kind of doing it over and over again, right? Sooner or later, we're either gonna dump right through or nah. And I don't want any loss, so I'm gonna go break even already. This thing might break me even, but I will protect my downside risk on the week. I don't want to give back no more profits. Why does it keep doing that? And again, we're up $380. See, like, majority of my trades, I don't know if you've noticed, but I can say this because I like, look, I used to write down. Like, I have a whole book about my trading. Like, majority of my trades, when I enter, I'm green pretty much almost instantly. But then I don't take profit, or the moves don't have the follow through that I'm expecting. So then I end up, either taking the loss or break even. And like, look, I might get broken even right now. I had almost $400 in profits. I don't take it. That's one of the struggles that I'm dealing right now potentially as a trader, or it could be the market. The market's changed, right? So I just broke even on it. The market might be changing, right? I'm maybe expecting a bigger follow through, so I might have to adapt a little bit. Instead of waiting for the bigger pushes, I need to just accept that 10 points and take the $500, walk away. If I've taken that 600, this 400, that other 400, like, I would have made already 1500, which, why do I try to make it in one trade, right? I can simply probably make it within 3 trades, but that's a struggle that I gotta, I guess, sort out. But if trading was a straight line in terms of learning everything, we would all learn it quicker. And I just broke even on it, and we are starting to rally again. So this is why I don't like break-even trades. But I already took 2 losing trades, so I don't want to take a third one. We're still inside this middle range. And like I said on the other time I mentioned this, that, look, I even had this. Instead of putting it behind me, I think I'm going to put it in front of me. I put a $100 bill right here. Because I think about it like this. I just had 400 on that little trade, right? Yeah, it looks like a scalpy trade now in hindsight, right? But it was still $400. It was still 400. Like, I went yesterday to the party with $100, and I did a shit ton. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this can do a lot for me. Not a lot in the sense that you're not gonna be rich, right? But hey, $100 is still $100. You know what I mean? Like, we lose grasp of what making 400, making 5, or making $300 is in the marketplace when you get, as you level up in your game, right? And then you get greedy. Instead of taking the $700, I'm there taking a stop off for 150 or 300. Like, why? I gotta sort that thing out. Yesterday and today, it's just been it's been a bit of a, and it makes sense that why I'm also not locking in those gains, because we are in red days, so we're not gonna have big pushes, right? Yesterday and today, and of course it makes sense. I haven't shorted once in the biggest 2 red days. I gotta take that profit. You know what I mean? Like, take that profit. But look at this consolidation we're in. We're right above this 79 and below 14. And it probably seems like this is not a reliable level anymore. This is a midway pivot, if you will. This is the middle pivot now. I appreciate it. Thank you. I guess like there's problems every step of the way in the trading journey, right? The first problem is just figuring out where to get in, how to get in. And then once you're like, for example, you see this, I'm not just talking bluff. Like once you're in a trade and you go green, and then you're like, all right, that was good. That gives you confidence, right? The next trade, boom, you get in, you're green. Boom, you get in, you're green. Once you start nailing your entries, then at that point you're gonna build another problem, which is the one I'm here ranting about. But the major problem, I think the biggest problem of trading is just getting in with a strategy that makes sense, that you feel good about, and then you're in, or not green instantly, right? But I mean, it works out in your favor without getting stopped out. That would be a good trade. You got to get yourself into good trades. And once you start doing that, you will build that confidence. And then you'll be like, all right, well, instead of taking $50, maybe I can take 100 because I can see that I'm taking profit too early, right? And then that will become another problem. Profit taking will become early for you. And then that's when you will build that greedy mentality. Hey, look, I make 300 per day, or the last 5 days I've been making 300 steady, but my trades can reward me much more. So why don't I hold, right? Or why don't I put on another contract? And then that will create another problem for you. Every step of the way is just, there's another problem to overcome. But the biggest one is that first one, getting into the right trade. Or getting green, because nothing feels better than just getting in and that market basically already rewarding you. And then you know that your entry was spot on, right? Because from there, you can deal with that problem. Everybody will deal with it differently. You might be happy and satisfied with $100 per trade. And a lot of people will do amazing trading like that. Amazing. I don't like it because honestly, I'm getting to the point that I'd rather lose money than see the market go without me when I'm in an amazing trade. And I'm telling you, it sounds terrible, but that's the mentality that, like, I'm like, no, my strategy is so good that I can get 20 points. Like, I can be making $1,500, $2,000 per trade, right? And if I don't, well, then I'll rather lose my stop out 200. That's my current mindset, which is not the best. Yes, it's not the best, but like I said, there's just different different struggles across the way as you go up. So we got denied right at the VWAP. The VWAP is doing its job recently. Look at this 15-minute time frame here. Right on cue. The top is the 15-minute. The VWAP did play out today. Right there. That white line. We've been right below VWAP pretty much all night. Okay. We already tested up there twice. We're coming back on down. Maybe if we break these lows. But I already said that was my last trade. And I didn't mark it down here. I'm just thinking if we break these lows, maybe it's worth a buy down here, but I don't know. Let's see how she gets there. Not changing. Not changing. So you're saying you keep on changing your plan? Like you go like short, long, and kind of change? Idiot. I'm waiting to see if those lows break. They did break a little bit. Not enough for me to get long, though. Let's see if we can maybe get this long down here. If market potentially wants to go down here. But you can see that there. We got one level of support here. I mean, it's a mild support. I wouldn't want to be getting long here. But you can see clearly the bounces from here. Right? All you gotta do is look left if you're ever confused as to like certain things. If you're buying here, it's already too late. You need to be buying here, right here. Right when that wick was touching there, you need to buy there. If you're gonna scalp it, right? Like that would be it for me. And then my stop would be at break even, and then there you go. You're looking for the first level of resistance, which would probably be obviously right here, because that would be in line with all this here, right? And then obviously the major one would be inside of this area here, because that would be a bigger scale resistance. And it doesn't take a whole lot of genius to see that this is resistance right here, right? And that's exactly what I mean by this. It even looks like this game, swear. Something like that. All right, let's see if we can break those lows finally, and then maybe I'll take the 79. Gotta nail those entries. That's what you have in your mind about. Okay, man. To nail your entries. It's a little bit difficult, but I would say the more confident you are on your strategy, the more easier you will be able to pull that trigger. Because I would imagine that you're also struggling to get yourself into the right positions, because you might. I'm just speaking from what I felt, right? Like when I couldn't quite get myself into the right position, I would often be like unsure, right? So that unsureness creates weak hands, if you will, and you need a strong hand. You need to know that your plan or whatever level you're buying at, you trust that you have confidence in it. Why would you not buy it, right? So that will come with confidence in your overall plan. Like I said, see here, there was no buying for me, right? If you were gonna buy this little dip, this is not a big support by any means, so that's why I'm not buying it. But I'm just saying, if you were gonna buy it and try to scalp it, it would have to be down here to look for the push back up. Not now, right? I'm just saying, like, because you can see that we had a couple bounces from there. I wouldn't buy it, but I'm just saying. You see how we got the little dip right now? We're getting it. I want to see these lows get flushed minimum like 3 points. Like down here. And then pop back above. And that's when I like to get long. Exactly. You fumble. That's every trader goes through it. Like, you see how we're selling? You see how we're selling? It looks scary, right? It looks scary. If you are going to take a long, you got to, now that it's coming down to that price, that's when you execute. And if you lose, you lose. So I just executed there. Let's see. My waterfall, I'm expecting the waterfall, but I know that this here is a buying for me idea. Let's see if it holds. It didn't. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you got to take the loss with conviction. That's it. I saw that level of support there. I thought it would hold. It didn't. It didn't. So then that's it. Like, I don't change my plan just because of a loss or anything like that. And that overall gives me more confidence too. You can't think about the loss in a way. The more power you give that loss, the more scared you will become. Now I'm definitely done, but don't feel scared. Like, when you see the red candles, those are some of the best trades I've ever done. When candles look scary, and you're buying at an extreme level of, you know, good support, and doesn't work, it doesn't work. Now it's simple. This level, this trap has failed. So if price does return back on here, potentially I want to look for a short right below this level here. We're finally out of this range in here. They broke it down. We're going to have another day again. Wow. And see, another thing too is, so I've talked about this plenty of times on my stream. You see this M? It kind of looks like an M. I call it the M for McDonald's. Once we get the break of the support, okay, that is when we start the waterfall down. I've said this pretty much many times on the stream, so I'm not making anything new up. But what I'm trying to say is, I longed in now. It looks stupid, yes, but I can never expect for this to happen. Make sense? I saw price down here, so I buy it. I don't expect the break. Until it breaks, then I can think bearish. But price is king. That's my point. Price is king. We broke down. Well, now the higher I can get a short to this below 79, the better. I don't see us reclaiming 79 now and then going back up. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to get short until a breakdown happens. This is support. I trade traps and breakdowns. For there to be something to break down, like for a breakdown trade to actually happen, there has to be a breakdown trade. Even look at this. It kind of began right here. Yes, the better entry short would be obviously up here in hindsight. But it's a little bit trickier to get these because you never know if we're actually going to rally up here. You get what I mean? For me, the breakdown trades are typically the best when we break a support. I'm not making anything new. This is all, you can Google this stuff online for free. Do more research on it. So same thing as yesterday. I nail the first trade, don't take profit or don't capitalize on it fully, and then here we are. Still here. Should have been out of here already. I'll tell you something though. You see how, like, I just bought that there? I'm streaming it and I know how it looks buying here and then you see the sell, right? But the market might be in a little bit different, I guess you could say, moving more bearish. So that's good. But you got to understand, I'm coming here from a mentality that I've been trading. I trade this thing full time every single day for the past 2 years now. Full time. I'm talking about full time, right? I've been trading much longer than that. But for the past like 8 months, it's just been support buy kind of thing, trap, push. And we're finally starting to get some more decent moves to the downside, right? So I'll adjust as I'm proved wrong more. I don't like to just change my mentality on the market because of 2 days. I don't like doing that. And that's what I mean by trading with conviction. Yes, sometimes it sucks. You might take some extra losses, but you walk away red. Like today, I'm down 700 across the accounts, right? So Monday, I was up almost like 1,500. Tuesday, another big day overall. Like, the key is always the same thing: losing small, making more, and protecting those gains, right? So, because you got to understand, one trade you can make, I know I can make a lot more. My risk is not your risk, right? And my point, I guess, with that long story is that trade with conviction. You're going to lose FOMOing long. You might as well lose like buying with a strategy, with your strategy. But today, yeah, like these bear flags are kind of working out today. I gotta say, I gotta give it to them. Right there. Or even, I guess, I don't know. There. The bear flag break, the back test. I don't trade like that. I'll never trade like that. This is ridiculous. But when you just start looking at the game of ping pong that for what it is, you got that trap at open down here. We got the denial here once, the bounce, denial again. I like to look at it like that. Bottom, top. We just broke down the bottom, so then we're going where? Down. The trend is down. And that's what I like to find out, where the trend is. I don't like to be, they're scalping. I don't like to scalp. I despise it because it creates another animal inside of me, like this gambling mentality. Like, look at this. I can see this sell. I just got long there. I lost. Why am I gonna FOMO short here? There's no need. No need. I'd rather wait for this thing to bounce wherever it wants to bounce from. Maybe back to 68, 79, and then get short there. Looking for the move back on down. You get it? You don't want to short as this thing's going. You don't. If the candles are printing red or they're going down, look for a bounce play. If the candles are printing green, sometimes it is better to look for the sell. At obviously good levels, you're not just going to sell short at the first green candle. There's no guessing though. Look at this. You see that this was the low, right? This was the support right here. There's no arguing that. You cannot argue that the low was right here. Right there. Let me put this in orange too. Might be easier to see. Orange. That line right there. So that's the breakdown level right there. We broke it down. We haven't back tested it yet. So I'm going to mark that on my chart. Next time we come back to that line, it could be later, tomorrow. I don't know when. You might want to add that as resistance, right? That's how resistance is kind of created now. Wow, we're going down. Now, I'm actually surprised. I'm genuinely surprised. Like we're doing something that we have not done in months. Like months. I'm talking months. Like, or more than that. Close to a year maybe. Like, look at it. It's just been going up higher, higher, higher. Consolidation, buy support, push on higher, make new highs, make new highs. And then now we're finally starting to sell. Going lower, and we're breaking multiple level of supports. Which is okay. I gotta adjust my trading, and that's fine. That just takes one day of me adjusting, and that's that. But I'm just surprised that we're selling. That's all I'm saying. Wow. We're 3 weeks in a row red. That hasn't happened since April. But this 3 weeks are definitely larger. And then before April, that hasn't happened in September of 2022, if I'm not wrong. So yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna shake it off yesterday and today. I don't like having red Fridays. This is the first red Friday I have in, I don't know, I think 4 weeks now or more than that. I don't even remember the last red Friday I had, which is probably a good thing. But it's no coincidence that I am red yesterday and today. We're having big red days, and I have not caught up with the trend. And I don't trade scalpy trades, so then you'll know that, you know? I'm buying where I shouldn't be buying. I should be selling the bounce instead of trying to buy the dip. Because that's what this game becomes when the market's very bearish. You sell the bounce, essentially. It becomes the opposite of buying support. So you can see we're starting to bounce, and this is exactly what I wait for. I don't FOMO short. You never need to FOMO short. Don't do that. Wait for the bounce. Let it do its thing wherever it could have bounced from here. It could have bounced from here. It really doesn't matter. The only thing you have to remember is one thing. The low we broke down right here. That's it. Like before, I would be like with some FOMO short here, right? Oh my gosh, look at that! I'm a good trader. I made money, but making money isn't the goal in this game. To be honest with you, of course, we're all here to make money. We're all here to grow our accounts, whether you're on combines or whatever, right? But that should not be your primary goal. Your primary goal should be to understand what's going on in here. And then the second part of this, of mastering the game, is patience. Patience. You see the bounce, wherever it comes from, it doesn't matter. All I do know is that my potential short area is somewhere back up here. Here, potentially here. I would not want to be shorting here. I used to short there though. I would draw my lines like this and I would short it. I don't know if you've ever taken trades like that, but I have. Can it work? Absolutely. But does that mean I'm going to FOMO long, short here? No. Uh, TOPSTEP fund non-profitable traders. Mm, I'm not sure what you mean. If they fund not profitable traders, technically you gotta, pass the combine, right? And yeah, nobody can really. You can't. How do I say it? You can't get funded if you don't pass the combine. You gotta pass the combine. They have different kinds, right? With whichever one you're more comfortable with using, but yeah, so that's how it kind of works with them. So you basically pay this fee to yeah, so there's a profit target essentially. So with the $50,000 account, which is the ones that I'm currently on, you have to make $3,000 minimum with a max loss of 2,000. And once you pass, which there is no time limit on how long it should take, then well, I mean, technically, yeah, absolutely, you can. Like I said, as long as you pass the combine, right? So if let's say that you start at zero, obviously, right? You make $2,000, but then you lose the 2,000, so you're at zero. You back where you started. You now lose the account. Why? Because you start at zero and you have a max loss of 2,000. But then once you make 2,000, that max loss gets pushed to zero. So meaning they're no longer risking any of their money on you. You are going to be risking your own money. That's how the combine works, because that's how the real account works. Except, of course, you're paper trading. You're not actually trading in a real account. I mean, everything's real. It's just the combine you're paper trading essentially, but with stakes at the end, right? And then once you do get the profit target of 3,000, then you get this, like right there, the XFAs there, right? 50,000 express funded account. And then once you're on that account, that is when you can take payouts. That's when that's your own money. And yeah. But you still need to be, I guess, profitable, because if you make 2,000, you lose the 2,000, you lose the account, even though you technically didn't lose any of their money. So that's where the catch comes in, right? So you have to kind of be a consistent trader, I guess. But if you're trading ES, I think you mentioned you were trading ES with your real money. You could lose a lot more with your real money trading ES than you can paying $50 for an express funded account, right? It's $50 for the express funded account, and then you pay a $150 activation fee, which equals to $200 for you to get funded. I would say that the money is not necessarily the problem. The problem is, whether you can pass that combine and be profitable, or at least make it to that 3,000. Because it only sounds like, yeah, it's only 3,000, right? But it can be difficult. The first one did take me a while. It took me when I first started, it took me a couple months to pass that first one, because I was trading obviously with my own money and the combine. I was doing both, and then I decided to focus solely on the combine. And then at that point, I started getting better, understanding the rules better, getting more comfortable with size, because at that time I was trading the combines with ES, and then with my real money I was trading the micros. So it was like both, right? I thought it was a good idea, but no, because sometimes I would be up, like the risk of your mentality doesn't just shift. You can't be like, okay, I'm gonna lose $50 on the micros, but that $50 on the micro is a $500 loss on ES. So I decided to just shift away from trading my own money and micros and focus on ES, which is the big boy contracts. And at that point, it was a little bit faster for me to get funded until I got funded. And then, yeah, now I passed 8 of the accounts. So now I got 8 of them. But I gotta, yeah. I think there's some videos on my channel too. There's I activated 2 within the past, I don't remember, I think month or something like that. You can only have 5 per account active. So on one account I do have 5, on this one I don't, but on days like yesterday and today I don't trade on those. On this one I just have the 1, so I can't get tempted. You know what I mean? No temptation, no fighting the market. But for 50 bucks, and if you want to try your, your skills or whatever to potentially getting funded, it is pretty cool. You do feel like you've accomplished something when you pass it. I would just say make sure you read the rules. You cannot hold overnight. There's a couple of rules, so understand them. And it gives you some form of credibility, I guess, too, right? Like if you check on my Twitter, I got payouts. I have what's it called? Activation accounts. I whatever. It's not like I'm again. I don't sell nothing. I'm not even an affiliate with them. I just use them. So I'm not making nothing from none of this. I'm just here trying to provide some value for everybody, right? I make all my money via trading, so always be careful. I find that maybe because I'm Spanish, I'm a little bit cynical, a little bit too. With where the saying goes, if those who can do, they do, and those who can't, they teach, kind of thing. And that's not me trying to throw shit at anybody. I'm just saying, because there are some YouTube gurus or whatnot. They're driving Lambos and stuff. They show you a $30,000 payout on accounts that they probably blown like 1,000 of them to get to that payout, and they're making all their money through selling courses or selling a Discord or something like that. They might work. I don't know. I don't want to throw no shit on nobody. I don't want no beef with nobody. Like I said, I got my kids, the wife. They give me enough problems already. I don't need no problems. Yeah, trading the micros is amazing. Amazing. Hey, I got no shame in saying it. When I first started, I was trading micros for like 4 months. 4 or 5 months, it was nothing but micros for me. I used to walk away feeling proud that I made $50. I'm like, I made $50. I am up $30. I am down $20. I'm down $60. I would be down like $100 making $50. It was bad. Like, but I did manage my risk. I was trading micros for months until I, got better hang of certain things. That's the beginning of the journey. I think that that's the best. I think trading micros is the number one way to go when you're starting out. In fact, if I had just started trading micros when I started, I would have saved me so much time. I used to trade options. And it was what a time wasted. But hey, you don't know what you don't know. And today I learned everything. Not okay, I haven't learned everything. I just learned so much that there's no way I would ever trade options again. Of course, I won't trade micros anymore because I'm thankful I learned from that particular product. But there's no need for me to go trade the micros now. But that's where I feel people don't understand that. I can tell somebody, don't trade ESU, don't trade the big contracts. Say, trade the micros for a month. Get used to making the $30 per day. The point is to make consistent money or lose consistent money. You want to lose $30 a day. That's what you're going to lose. That's what you're going to lose. Done. Losing consistently can actually lead you to be a better trader, because that will tell you that you're disciplined on your losses. You can manage your losses. And if you manage your losses, you manage your emotions. And most importantly, you will learn what you're doing wrong and without risking too much money. And I would look into TOPSTEP again. Like, I don't know, you're trading your own money. Micros, you're still going to be losing even $30 per day or $20 per day. You might as well just get a combine, I think, at that point, and trade the micros. Don't trade the big contracts. Trade the micros. Like that, you're not going to pass. Your goal is not to pass, but your goal is to get good at your entries. Those were harsh days for me when I was trading the micros. When you start out, it's just the name of the game. It's the nature of it. But people don't understand that. If you just trade the micros for a couple months, get used to them. Get used to them. Try the entries. Get your entries perfect. Once you upgrade to ES, the big contracts, the minis, you're gonna be much further ahead. There's no point in you coming to trade ES, the big contracts, if you're gonna be taking loss after loss after loss. You're just gonna end up blowing up quicker. So we're kind of pulling back here. I mean, I'm just here patiently waiting for what I already said I'm waiting for. Resistance to get hit up here. Maybe here, but I like this level better here. There's no need to guess. You can see that this was that support. We dump, we break down. So maybe I'm looking for potential short up there. So we know the trade at open, and then we got greedy. Let's call it that. We got greedy. Come Monday, I'm not gonna be greedy. 10-15 points, I'm happy I'm done. And I'm gonna be putting on, I think, more size at open. Or with that one trade, because I don't like to trade too many times. All right, maybe another 10 minutes we'll do the stream. Let's see what Price wants to do. And yeah. I'm debating actually to do like to start from start to finish. Maybe I will do it next week. I'm gonna start a combine from their biggest combine that they have, which is the $150,000 account, I believe it is. Let me find out. Their profit target is 9,000, and the max loss is 4,500, if I'm not wrong. And I want to stream it live. I mean, I stream everything live. That's the thing. It's kind of weird for me to do these things, but I just don't like to talk too much about accounts and stuff like that because it opens up the door to a lot of things. And so this is it. So 150 is the cost for the 150 account. $9,000 is the profit target. Max contracts is 15 with $4,500 max loss. I've always done these. I got already plenty of these. I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade to the big ones. Once you pass one, it's kind of the same structure on all of them, right? Like, shouldn't be that difficult, right? And then I want to do like a proper like stream of everything, right? Like show that account, make a video with that account, starting it, paying for it, and then obviously the goal is to pass it, not to fail. And yeah, I think I could do it. We'll leave the XFAs for a little bit. Last week I had an amazing week, so I think I could afford that next week to focus on that combine. I'm telling you, like the past 2 weeks, I've been just boom, 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 boom. And then yesterday and today, the dump has come. That's why it's hard for me to just shift that mentality. But nailing your trades, you got to nail those trades, those entries. We didn't even backtest up here, so. Market's weak. Can't even get back up there. See that bounce? Double top here. Now we're going to crack these lows if we're weak. Doesn't mean I'm going to short here. I was hoping for a bounce a little bit higher, but market's just not strong. Not strong at all. Who turned on? They fat finger this thing. Instead of clicking the buy button, they hit the sell. Who's to blame here? Wow, what a red day again. Oh my gosh. We're already down 2.5%. 2.5%. Holy cow. Damn, that bounce was sold. I think we're on track to this is the biggest red day I've seen in that. I would have to go back quite a bit. I don't even think it's on this chart here, on these contracts. We're having a very red day, so take it easy. Don't be, you know. What a sweet short it was up there. That 14 level paying out like gold. My God. Look at that. 2.5%. Wow. In one day. These are big red days. Considering before this trend started, the biggest red day. Like, look at these. You're talking minus 0.4, minus 3, 0.03, minus... Like, they're tiny. These things are... Look at all these days. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh. Until maybe here, 1.23. Not one day is 2%. We're selling aggressively. Supports are melting. And there's no way that I'm going to try to predict these days. I'm going to lose 90% of the time to try and predict 2 massive green days. No, thank you. That's the cost of doing business with the longs. And I accept that. I understand that nature of that game. So I'm not worried at all. The problem is when you start to change your strategy. I don't just buy either. I know how to short, but I got to short up here. And the past 2 days, today and yesterday are going to be, definitely giving me the hint that I can start to show resistances with more conviction. Because before, there's no way. The market just kept on going. If they cut the rates next September, maybe, probably, or you'll be surprised. I think it might actually go down. Maybe, honestly, I don't know. But the reason I was going to say that's not to your point, is more to the elections with Trump and everything, right? I don't like to get political. Whatever your personal beliefs are, that is entirely up to you. But typically, whenever there's a Republican that might be taking the White House or a Republican takes the White House, we do kind of get a little bit more of a sell when that happens. And there's elections too, right? So who knows? In general, whatever the market wants to do. I think this whole thing's rigged in general. Wherever we're going to stop the bleeding, we're going to stop, and that's that. Let's just see and find out. And we are right on cue, starting to sell, starting to make a weaker market before elections. But maybe they might cut it. I mean, we all know they're going to cut it sooner or later. These guys, all they do know how to do is print, right? They want to just print money. Yeah. Those elections, they're going to make this thing a little bit volatile. Which is okay. Honestly, I don't really care if the market sells or buys. I just like to feel confident on what I'm doing. And I'm not going to change because of one red day, my buy every little support kind of thing, because it's been working for the past 8 months, right? One day doesn't change 8 months. But if, we're selling quite a bit and we are dumping, then at least that gives me confidence in shorting resistances. Like if I came with the mentality of, you know, yesterday we had a big red day or whatever, we're downtrending now, I can short the level of resistances. So yes, maybe I would have gone short here or here, right? And I would have held it with conviction. I don't like to just short and then make 5 points, right? So that's why that's my issue there. I like to feel good about them. Now they're working. Yes, like look at this. Even a double top right there. Beautiful. It is sweet. You have the resistance there. You have our good old trap the right there. We get back into the range. I saw it. I just didn't take it because I'm like, no, I think we're going to push off higher, right? We had a big red day yesterday. We want to go up today. Well, no. That's what I mean. It's hard for me to change my mentality. Just this. How can I prove it? Why do I like look at this? So look at this. Before these 2 days, right? Yesterday and today, of course, being this day right here. So we have the dump. Yes, another like smaller red day, which was fine. We bounced from some supports. And then we have green day, red day, which bounces from support. And then we have a massive green day. We basically backtest this level. I nailed this whole week. Everything was perfect. And then the dump becomes back on down. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking that we might get this bounce from this trend line here or this level of support here, right? Here as well. And then here as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this is happening as we speak. So I was not going to try and predict this. I was going to try and predict what I've seen all week, which is we bounce from support. I hope that kind of makes sense. Yes, we're starting this downtrend here, right? But that week I was also fine with for me. I shorted some of them. That was fine. But look at prior to this rally. So prior to July 17. So we're talking, you know, less than whatever, 2 weeks or something like that. It was support, buy, long, support, buy, long, support, buy, up, support, buy, up, support, buy, up, support, buy, up. Same thing. Look how many days it worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like it's over and over a long period of time that has worked. So I'm not going to be in line to be first to predict this move. Because the people that try to predict these sells like that, they end up losing how many times on the way up? You get what I mean? I took 2 losses. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Monday, I know I can potentially short some other resistances. But the charts tell me that, you know, we bounce from supports more often than we sell from resistances. Anyways, I see this kind of maybe small trap here. If we flush this level of support, 43. I'm already late to the party here if I was going to take the long. Let's give this a little bit of a scalp right above 43. We'll take the first level of resistance at 51. Can that trap work? And will you look at that? I'm gonna go break even already. Break even. Or we're gonna lock in down 375 at least to offset something. Oh, I like it a little bit. Fine, we'll do the right thing. All right, let's lock in 400 at least. So we're hitting 51 right on cue. Right on cue. I don't want to see any. I wanted to see a... There you go. Fill. So see what I mean? Like... There you go. One trade. I just offset basically 2 losses. And we're still going. But I don't like to trade these little trades like this. Like, I don't like it, but whatever. At least it's something, right? But you get what I'm saying? Like, I was talking yippity yappy the whole time. My wife's like, I don't know what the hell you talk about so much. But you see what I mean about nailing your entry? You gotta wait for that entry. That entry's that key right there. And then since I know that the market is weak, I'm gonna just take it. I'm gonna take it. I can adjust my mentality like that. Stop being too greedy. Don't be looking for a big overall push. And take profit at the first level of resistance. I hope you saw that. And there's nothing like fancy about it. We just flushed the level of support right here. You can see that this was my support line, right? And then we got the trap. Nothing but the good old trap. And it's always the beginning of the push to wherever we are going. Always. And that's why I like to be at the forefront of every single move. I love my strategy because I know that when I'm in, I'm typically in at the beginning of the move. Like, why would I want to FOMO long here? No. There's no need to FOMO long there. That 43 entry, that was it. And I was jippity yapping. I don't need to be worried about where to buy, where to sell. Like, what am I looking for? You buy, you take profit at the first level of resistance. You don't guess, because on this market, I already learned my lesson from yesterday and today. Don't expect a big move up. Even though if it was a typical day or, you know, like a more stronger market, I would not be taking profit there. I would be looking for a minimum 68 push back up. Why 68? Because that's another level of resistance that we're yet to back test. And that's what creates the ping pong game that I'm referring to over and over and over again. See, it's those entries, man. Once you get that entry, once you wait for price, boom, just like that. 400 bucks, boom. I just don't like taking 400. You see what I mean? Like, it's those entries. And don't get scared about the what's it called? How one trade makes you feel. Oh my God, you saw that other one that I bought here and it just dumped on me and I lost 175. Shake it off, you know? Shake it. Shake it. It's nothing in the grand scheme of your overall trading and your next 1,000 trades. What is that? That is nothing. 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 Look at this. I took profit too early. Freaking course. God, now we're getting the ripper. God damn it. If I had not taken profit, this, I don't want to say the bad word, but this thing would have gotten denied here. And it would have came back down. How do they know? How do they know? You see this ripper? Where's the beginning? Right here. It's right there. This is the trap right here. This is it. That's it. This is the best strategy that I've come across. It's not even a strategy. It's called support resistance. This is support. You can see we have the bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? We got the bounces. And then we sell below the bounces. We sell below them. We do the V for victory. You see that? The V for victory. And this is your entry right here, which is exactly where I got long. I just got long here. I'm not talking bluff. Got long there. And then you take profit as we go up. I only had one. I took profit too early. But that is what it is. And look at that. It is the beginning of the move. If we go any higher, it doesn't really matter. We got up from 43 to 61. You see what I mean? Like, this is the beginning of the potential move back up. You get what I mean? And yes, we're trading on the XFA. You can see that right there. XFA, Express Funded Account. But look at that. Come on. I applaud myself because it's like, if I hadn't taken the profit, I'm telling you, this thing would have got denied. If I take profit, though, it has permission to go up. Oh my goodness, this thing wants... But, okay, all the bullshit aside. All the BS aside. Okay, let's keep it, like, you know, somewhat professional here. So, if you FOMO short here, right? Or you do anything other than look for this trap, it's very difficult for you to feel confident on what you're doing. So... And like I said, the market's still weak, so I already adjusted my mentality. I took profit. I'm not expecting a large move, right? But the point's simple. I can always adjust that mentality. But the traps, the setups, your strategy should never change. Your greed level might change, right? But your strategy should never, ever change. Look at that. Support. We get sold into, we reclaim it, we do the V, boom, you take the long, you take the profit. It's still from 43 to 61. That's still almost 20 points. 20. That's what I love to see. I don't like this, you know, like, I don't know. And it's too easy at that point. Look at that. It just, boom, it just springs right up there. If we were in a like the bullish market, you would have never got this entry again. You would have been forever forgotten, lost on that entry. We would have gone here. We would have been consolidating right here. And then, boom, we go retest 68. We blow right through it. And then we consolidate here. We do another trap here. And then, boom, we go up even further. But where would be the beginning of the trend? It would be right here. And trust me, I can prove it. I can show you with chart examples that is what I'm saying holds weight. It's the beginning of everything. But in a balanced market, look at that. You got resistance right here. Beautiful. It worked again. There's traps set everywhere. Everywhere, at all times. See that level of resistance right here? We flushed above it. See that? And then where's the opposite way after when we get back into this range? Back on down. It's rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Look at this. Today is the same thing. Support gets flushed. Where is the opposite way afterwards? Once we have the fake out or the trap to the downside, to the upside, then we create resistance. You cannot have FOMO in between. Don't get chopped around. It's easy to get chopped around, but look at that. Resistance at 14. Break above. You see the break above? Where's the opposite direction afterwards? That's the fake out to trap the bulls. And then we get bounced from wherever. Same thing. We take out these shorts and then boom. Where's the direction? Those fake outs, that's the beginning of the move. Please don't miss it. Don't miss this part. Like, if I could somehow explain it better, if I could just get my message across, I think I could potentially save some people from doing some stupidity things. I'm not trying to save anybody. Look, I don't know. I don't need to teach anybody anything. I'm just saying it's like I want to provide value for people. And I want to provide I mean, I'm here talking to myself. Like, I want to at least say something that could be worthwhile, worth listening to. And we got that breakdown here, so I'm just not gonna forget that level, right? And then when we get up here, I know it's resistance, so I might want to take a short off there. Maybe, depends. If we bone our candle right through it, I don't want it, right? But and look at that, we got the fake out. That's an entry short right there. Boom. I don't take every single tiny trade, so no, I'm not gonna do it. All right, though, I am done. At least we got the last one again. It is Fresh Cash Friday. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't think I don't. I do. Take care. Try to improve. Do some homework over the weekend. I know nobody wants to do homework when they're a grown man or woman, and but I did do it. I used to, you know what, something else I used to do. I used to on TradingView. I don't know if you know, they have this like replay bar, so you can replay the bars as they go. It's not the cleanest. Like it's gonna look choppy, right? It's not gonna look like when it's live, but I used to be there like practicing like my entries. Boom, 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 boom. Just for the sake of it, right? Like that's where I would really be, you know, taking the short here, taking that long there, testing out different strategies, right? I did it. I would have a drink and I would just do it until like 2 in the morning. I am not lying. I'm telling you, I speak to you from my heart. It is. I used to be even upset. Like, how the hell do I learn this game? Like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Like, telling you, I would go crazy over this thing. I got notes here. Anyways, without getting too much into all that, but all you gotta know is you need maximum 5 trades per day, and that is already too much. If you can do it in 3 trades, perfect. Look for the strategy that works for you, and that's it. We had one entry right here for me, and then a second one right here for me. And if you think about it like this, why FOMO into this long when you can get the short? And then why FOMO into this short if you can get the long? You got what I mean? The market is always fooling you into thinking that you're missing out. You're never missing any move. Us traders, we only need 10 points. With 10 points, you can make $500 with one contract. You can make $1,000 with the same move. It's all a matter of risk. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like, it's dedication, right? And not just that, like I said, I find that what can be productive also is having that bar replay. I would watch the markets a little bit, but I would be more interested in the bar replay. I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about with the bar replay on TradingView? Just in case you don't know, right? I mean, I'm not saying you don't, but so this is just one of the charts that I have. This is a TradingView chart. You can do this. No. Paper trading. And I don't remember where you do it. Okay, yeah, you know. All right. So if you know, you know. The bar replay, and then you basically do long, short, whatever. Like that's how I got better with certain things. Like, look, let me see if I can show you this. How do I see notes? I have plenty of notes here. Like, look at this. This is from June 5th. Look how my chart used to look in June 5th. That was my chart back in June 5th. Like I said, I'm not hiding nothing. I used to trade those trend line breaks. The ones I make fun of. I'm not making fun of anybody or anything. I used to trade like that. I'm making fun of me. Okay? Like, this was my charts. Trading EMAs, trading this, trading that. There's so much BS on that chart that I wouldn't even know what I would have. Paralysis analysis, I think that's what it's called, where you overanalyze everything, and that can create another sense of insecurity because you're gonna get 10 different signals, so you don't even know which one to listen to, and then that will create those, weak hands that I'm talking about. But that's why I say I grab all that, I wrap it up, and I throw it in the garbage. Now my charts are just like this. Just plain lines going across the support and resistance. You got that trap. Got long there. Make the money. Walk away. That's it. That's it. It's much simpler. So, thank you for watching. It's Fresh Cash Friday. I wish you nothing but the best in your trading. I don't know where you're on your journey, but just remember that don't look at me and I don't look at anybody else because I'm not, the perfect trader by any stretch of the imagination. But we're all here just trying to get better one day at a time. So take it easy. It has been a pleasure being here with everybody, and not just everybody, with me just here trying to provide some value, right? So yeah, have a good weekend. I'm gonna go and enjoy the party. It's party time now with the kids. So, yeah. Peace. Thank you. Ping pong. Oh, nope. All right. See ya.